The new look that you're trying for your upcoming film, Fighter.
Well, this look is not the George Clooney look. It was completely different. I asked Siddharth, I said, do you need any grey strands or grey? No, I said, no. You're playing the commanding officer in this film.
Okay.
So I wanted, clean shaven.
How different it is when you're working with the younger lot.
Everybody comes with their certain kind of energies, and there's so much to learn from them. I listen to them and I observe them, and I take whatever I can working with them. So for me, it becomes a learning curve when I'm working with these youngsters.
Stepping into the grandfather's shoes, I mean, this is the first grandchild.
We were in Australia together, and I just felt so. I said, Dad, I think this is my biggest success. All three children have grown up with me. They're all like my friends, and hopefully, I think Vayu also will become my friend more than my grandson. I think I would love him to be my friend.
Hello everyone, welcome to Hindustan Times. My name is Monika, and today I'm in conversation with the very talented, versatile and forever young actor, Anil Kapoor. Welcome, Mr. Anil, to Hindustan Times.
Thank you so much.
So you have just finished a session with Hollywood actor George Clooney. First of all, I want to begin by asking, how was the energy on stage? It was a virtual session with Clooney joining you from London on a virtual call. How was the session? How was the energy? And
I think it was from Los Angeles, if I'm not mistaken, not from
LA.
London. Yeah, but it's always better to meet, do it personally. But nevertheless, it was really exciting, and I think we had a great session with, and I think the people really were very attentive, and they really enjoyed. I enjoyed speaking to him. I enjoyed listening to him, and I've been a huge admirer of who is not.
So, Mr. Kapoor, talking of the body of work that you come with, one has seen over the years that you've been actively acting in Bollywood. Even till date, you continue to be versatile, whether it's the genres that you try with, the co-stars that you work with, and especially the looks that you try on screen. And you did mention on stage about the new look that you're trying for your upcoming film, Fighter. So why don't you tell me about that more?
Well, this look is not the George Clooney look. So that's where the topic came up with, where if you remember, I did Dil Dhadakne Do, and that was, and we came up with this look of George Clooney. But, over here, it was completely different. I asked Siddharth, I said, do you need any grey strands or grey? No, I said, no. You're playing the commanding officer in this film.
Okay.
So I wanted, clean shaven. I said, no stubble? I said, no. I said, oh God. I said, no stubble. I said, clean shaven. And, short hair and all those kinds. So, I'm in the process of trying to make him happy, and I hope I can. I do my best. And I had to lose a lot of weight. I'm looking forward to the film. Immediately after I came back from a break, and I was at the summit, and as soon as I go back to Mumbai, I fly to Tezpur to shoot for Fighter. Yeah.
But how much do you really enjoy this process after these many years when you have to really experiment with your look? Is it ever kind of stepping out of your comfort zone?
Not at all. It is always. It's always fun to step out of the comfort zone, and sometimes you have a certain look and you started feeling comfortable, enjoying the look, and then suddenly you have to forget that character, that look, and then come into a new. So the transition period sometimes it was very tough, but it's fun. It's fun doing it, and when you feel that the director's happy, people around you are feeling that yes, you're looking the part. So that makes me happy. So that's what I've always tried to be my endeavor for all the characters I've played in my life. Yeah.
So another much anticipated project, in fact, is Animal with Ranbir Kapoor, that I'm sure everybody is waiting with bated breath. And other than the clash that they're going to have at the box office, what is it about the project that you are most fascinated about?
So I shot in Delhi, and I'm coming again, and the shooting is still going on. So yeah, it's a story of the film. Otherwise it's always the material which is the most fascinating thing. And of course, who's directing it? There's Sandeep Wanga, who's directing the film. His last film was a huge success. Is the same film which he made in Telugu was also critical as well as a commercial.
Kabir Singh director.
Kabir Singh, I'm talking about, so he's first is always the material, the story, the role, the character, and of course who's directing it, and of course then who's co-starring and who are the other actors in the film also makes makes it more exciting. Who's producing the film, and which is the studio which is backing it, all those kind of things. So all the boxes have to be ticked, and I feel Animal is one of those films which hopefully all the boxes have been ticked, and I'm excited to be part of it.
I really wanted to ask you this, that working with Ranbir Kapoor, who's this new age, most sought after actor, you did your last with Varun Dhawan in Jug Jug Jio. When it comes to sharing screen with these young actors, the next generation, I would say, of course, after you guys, what is the kind of energy that's on the set? I know you are a kind of actor that they feed off your energy. I mean, you've always kept the momentum high. How different it is when you're working with the younger lot?
I think it's the same. I think, everybody comes with their, certain kind of, energies, and there's so much to learn from them. I listen to them and I observe them, and I take whatever I can working with them. So for me, it becomes a learning curve when I'm working with these youngsters. So it's great fun, and they come with a certain kind of energy and certain kind of understanding, and so I always look forward. I'm working with Hrithik for the first time. I worked with Deepika earlier in a film called Race 2, which is the second time I'm working with him. But I'm working with the director, Siddharth Anand, for the first time. For me, I think working with young directors is very, very exciting.
Yeah.
And I leave the casting to them. So for me, my main focus is who's directing the film and what is the material and what is the role they're offering me, and then everything else is always the icing in the cake. Yeah.
So I don't have to ask you about when are you making your OTT debut, because with AK versus AK, which was a very experimental film, and then Thar, which got rave reviews, you've already made a mark on.
Yeah, both these films have been huge success
platform.
on their platforms, and Netflix is very, very proud of both the films. I am very proud of both the films, and especially the last film, Thar, I got the opportunity to work with again, as you were talking about the younger actors. With Harsh. And it was a treat to work with him, and the kind of commitment he has towards his, and the kind of choices he's making, and it's very rare to find such actors, and who are sticking to their choices and sticking to what they want to do. And Harsh has done it in the last 4-5 years, and I've tried to corrupt him. I was telling George Clooney also. I said, I don't know. One day, some rom-com will come, some action film,
Yeah.
and then he'll change. But till now, he's not. He's still doing things which he believes in. So it was great to work with him, with the younger director, like Raj Singh Chaudhary was director, and now I'm working with the other younger directors like Sandeep Wanga, with Siddharth Anand, and then I've done doing the web show, this adaptation of Night Manager.
Okay.
Here also there are younger directors like there is Sandeep Modi and Priyanka and. I'm working with Aditya Roy Kapoor for the second time. I worked in Malang with him, and there is Shobita, who's there in the film, also in the show, and there are other great actors in the show. So I'm looking forward to the show. It's an Indian adaptation of Night Manager. At the moment, the title is Captain. Yeah.
So these are all the roles on screen that we are looking forward to. Your fans are really waiting. But I know you wrote about the biggest role that you prepared yourself for very recently when you were promoted to a grandfather's role.
Yeah.
Your daughter delivered a baby boy. Congratulations for that.
Thank you so much.
How is that phase going on? I mean, stepping into the grandfather's shoes. I mean, this is the first grandchild. in the family.
We were in Australia together, and I just felt so. I said, Dad, I think this is my biggest success, and that I've become this Vayu's, here with all of us, and it was, and obviously, Mr. Clooney was also asking, how do you feel about it? I said, when I became a father also, it took me time to process that I'm a father, and then slowly, I think I got married, quite a few years back, and so the children, all 3 children have grown up with me. They're all like my friends, and hopefully I think Vayu also will become my friend more than my grandson. I think I would love him to be my friend. Like both my son-in-laws are my friends, my children are my friends, my wife is my friend. So I feel for me exciting is that whoever I come across, I'm not the so-called father or uncle or grandfather. I'm more their friend. I say that's what. So that I can speak whatever I feel like, and they can speak, and they should be comfortable to speak to whatever they want to speak to.
Totally.
So I'm looking forward to making Vayu my friend.
Mr. Kapoor, I have to definitely ask this. I remember earlier this year, before Thar released, I was talking to you in Bombay, and when I asked you this question, Sonam was pregnant at that time. When I said, what kind of relation would you want with your grandchild? And you said it's in the stage that I can't really fathom because abhi, the thing has not really happened.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I
right
said.
now that when you hold your grandchild in your
No, I
hand.
mean, really, to be honest with you, I've just held him twice.
Okay.
Like Sonam and my Sunita and Han, they're very comfortable.
Okay.
And I'm still a little tentative about it. So I said, but I did take him in the pram for a nice little stroll in Austria, which was wonderful. And I was really looking at the sun and the greens and the nature, and he was trying to eat it, which is wonderful, yeah.
So ending this conversation on a very filmy note, tell me 5 of your films that you would definitely want Vayu to watch in his growing up years, when he will definitely start understanding films and start getting accustomed to the concept of cinema, and because he comes from a star family.
I think I want him to watch all my films. Yeah.
Tell me 5.
Good, bad, indifferent,
Quickly,
whatever.
5.
Sorry?
5 films.
5 films, okay. Quickly, which come to my mind is the first film which I did, Wo Saat Din, there's Mystery India, there is Lamhe, there's Virasat, there is 1942, A Love Story, there's Slumdog Millionaire, there is, so Thar, which I did with my son, so he can, he can see, his uncle or whatever,
Nana and Mama together.
Nana and Mama together, and of course, and the films I've done with my daughter, which is, and you can see, Ek Ladki Ko Dekha To Aisa Laga, where both of us were there in the film, and I'm sure in the future also we're going to do a lot of films, and these are the films which come quickly to my mind, and there's so many films which I think you can watch, which I'm very proud of. Yeah,
that's amazing, and we are also proud of all the films that you've done in the past and whatever is lined up next. Thank you so much for this conversation. It's always a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us on Hindustan Times.